Well, hi there pluckers, Arvis Allfingers again with you. Thanks indeed for joining me for another guitar lesson. This one is in response to a request I've had from a viewer for a song called My Mother by a gentleman called William Clark Green. Okay, I'm in standard tuning, capoed at the 3rd fret. Okay, puts us into the same key that William Clark Green performs this song in. Okay, there is no intro, he just plays a single D strum and comes in with the first verse. So I'm going to go through the first verse, the second verse, and then the chorus for you, break it all down and show exactly how I played it, and you'll have the song sorted. It just repeats there's another verse and another chorus to follow, and they're exactly the same to play as what I'm about to show you. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, singing as usual is for reference only. Okay, so here we go. Well, you always had my back every time I'd fall, from busted knees to broken hearts. Well, we've been through it all. You made me walk the line every time I'm coming off the track. My mother has always been my better home. From my first shoe that you tied, my first night in jail, you walked me through, hand in hand, through the rainbows and the hell. You say I've got your eyes, I say I've got more than that. My mother's always been my better home. Slow down the drinking, lay down those cigarettes. Start thinking about those who will regret. Find a good woman and maybe get lucky like your dad. Your mother's always been my better home. Yeah, my mother's always been my better home. I just stuck an ending on there just to show you how it might finish when you've done the second verse and the second chorus. Okay, so let's try and break that down for you. Right, so it starts off with a single strum on D, and then start singing. Well, you D always had my back, and then you play the thumb over on the bottom E string. Thumb goes over and plays the 2nd fret on the bottom E string with the thumb. Okay, so it's well, you always had my back. Okay, and then you can play the whole 6 strings if you want. Hit that bottom E string, 2nd fret with thumb, strike the D chord. Okay, so you always had my back. Then we play a partial G chord. I think this is what he's doing. He's putting his 3rd finger, he's keeping this from the D, keeping that 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Okay, from the D chord. Okay, that one. And then he's adding his 2nd finger to the 3rd fret on the bottom E string, and he's leaning it in towards the centre of the neck and resting it on the 5th string, the A string, so it's muted. It's not sounding, the 5th string is not sounding. Okay, and he's strumming from 6 down to 2, and this finger is also leaning over, I think, slightly, and muting the top E string. Okay? Okay, got the idea? So both fingers are leant over downwards, so they're muting the next string. Bottom E string is muted and the A string muted. Okay? So, from the beginning, okay? D, strum. Well, you D always had my back. 2nd thumb over. And G, every time back to the D chord, 4, from B minor bar chord, busted knees to broken hearts. Well, we'd been through it all, but to an A chord. Okay, straightforward A chord there. Okay, so from the beginning, well, you always had my back. Thumb over, and every G, time I'd fall. B minor, from busted knees to broken hearts. A, well, we've been through it all, back to the D. You made me walk the line. Thumb over to G every time I'm coming off the D track. My B minor, mother has always A, been my better at D. And then there's this little, and that's a hammer on the A string up to the 2nd fret, and then open D string, strum D chord. Got it? So the whole thing from the beginning, and it's the same for the 2nd verse as well. Okay, once you've got the 1st verse, it's the same for the 2nd verse. Okay, so strum the D. Well, you always had my back every time I'd fall, from busted knees to broken hearts. Well, we've been through it all. You made me walk the line every time I'm coming off the track. My mother's always been my better half. And then it stops and it comes in with the 2nd verse to from my first shoe that you tied to the first night in jail. Be mine, you walked me through hand in hand, A through rainbows and the hell. D, you say you got the eyes from over. I say a G, 3 more D, and B minor. Your mother, A, made my better D. Slow down the drinking, and now we come into the chorus. Okay, right. So you've got that. The 2 verses are exactly the same to play with different words, obviously. Okay. Then it goes. So coming out of the 2nd verse, where it goes, my mother's has always been my better half. Slow down the drinking, A. Lay down, G. Now you can play a normal G on this, okay? This bit of G. Play the 4-finger G or the simple G, normal G or a 4-finger G, keeping the 2 strings on the 3rd fret, 1st and 2nd strings, okay? Or just a straightforward G, okay? So it comes out of that end of the 2nd verse. Mother's always been us better. Slow down the drinking, and back A to G, lay G down those cigarettes. Better start back to the A, thinking about those G things we will regret. Find a good woman, and then you do another one of these, like you do on the end of the verse. Hammer from A, open A string, 2nd fret, open D string, strum. Okay, so from the beginning of the end of the last 2nd verse, sorry, and the mother's always been better. Slow down the drinking, lay down those cigarettes. Better start thinking, A. Back to G, there's things you regret. Hammer. Then it goes, find a good woman, little riff, and then we do this thumb over again, and maybe get G, lucky, like your D, Dad. My B minor, mother's always A, been my better D. And then you go into the next verse, okay? And on the 2nd chorus, the final chorus, you can double up on that last line. So it goes, my mother's always been my better. My mother's always been my better. Just as an ending, okay? So let's just go through this chorus again, coming out of the 2nd verse, okay? Mother's always been my better. Slow down the drinking, A, G. Lay down or stay there, cigarettes. Better start A, thinking about G, think through D, regret. Found a good woman, riff, and thumb over, maybe get G, lucky, lucky. It's that 2-fingered G, okay, like we did in the verse. Lucky like your D. My B minor, my mother's always once again, okay? So it comes out of the second verse. My mother's always been, I'll do it real slowly this time. Slow down the drinking, lay down those cigarettes, better start thinking about the things you regret. Find a good woman and maybe lucky like your dad. No, do that again, sorry, let's do it again, I messed that up. So, slow down the drinking, lay down those cigarettes, better start thinking about the things that you regret. Find a good woman and maybe get lucky like your dad. My mother's always been my better. My mother's always been my better. And that's it, I can't really tell you anything else on that song. Okay, so just for good measure we'll go through the whole thing again. First verse, second verse and the chorus, okay? Slowly, okay? Here we go. Well, you always had my back, and every time I'd fall, from busted knees to broken hearts, we've through it all. You made me walk the line every time I'm coming off the track. My mother's always been my better. From my first shoe that you tied to the first night in jail, you walked me through hand in hand through the rainbows and the hell. They say I've got your eyes, I say I've got more than that. My mother's always been my better. Slow down the drinking, lay down those cigarettes, better start thinking about those you regret. Find a woman and maybe look like your dad. And mother's always been my better. And mother's always been my better. Something like that. Bit loose, but there you have it. Okay, thanks very much for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.